play your part, play your role, and work towards it. Take the first step, put your best foot forward, and just use your actions, your efforts, do everything to the best of your ability. That's how you let it come to you. CEOs, what's up? It's your boy CEO Habish, and I'm back with another video, and it's that time of the week, so let's get into it. Message of the week. This is to remind you and in a way regain that focus on those powerful thoughts that you might not always feel and or be present in due to the life you live. This is meant for you to relate with, thus go forth with and applying the message to yourself. Whether you work a 9 to 5, attend school part-time and or full-time, raising a family of your own, let alone having to be the man of the house or the woman of the house, an athlete, someone who is living paycheck to paycheck currently, dealing with loss, and etc. This is just a few things that come to my mind as of right now. Again, you get the point. It's meant for everyone and their mamas. Also, I say currently in regard to living paycheck to paycheck because I know you can and will get yourself out that system. That being said, the message of the week for this week is let it come to you. Now, when I say that, I do not mean you have no part to play in whatever it is that you want, because you do. But when I say let it come to you, I mean be patient and let the seeds that you have planted, aka your actions, your efforts, grow to the point where you do see progress, results. In other words, seek after whatever it is that you want until it comes after you. Let's have belief in oneself wholeheartedly. If not you, who then? If not you, who will? Reality is what you do next. And with that being said, I have these 2 screenshots that I feel like go best with what I had to share with you for this week's message of the week. All right, so let's get into it. The first one says this: pace yourself, don't race yourself. I'm gonna say it one more time. Pace yourself, don't race yourself. Last but not least, the second one is actually a quote, and this is what it says: even if you can't perform at a high level, showing up and doing something is still 1,000 times better than not showing up at all. I'm gonna say that one more time. Even if you can't perform at a high level, showing up and doing something is still 1,000 times better than not showing up at all. And that's by Jocko Willink. So shout out to you, Jocko. And with that being said, I like to just say this in closing. Basically, right? Obviously, this week's message of the week is what? Let it come to you. And obviously, I established right in the beginning of my spiel that when I say let it come to you, I don't mean just sit there and wait for something to just happen. Whatever it is that you want, that you desire, I don't mean just sit there and just wait for it to happen. No, in this life, that's not how it works. Like, no pain, no gain, right? And what I mean by let it come to you, I mean go after it, seek it until it comes after you in that order, right? And whilst doing so, have patience, have belief in oneself. Part of the process in terms of just letting it come to you is affirming that it will, manifesting, like believing that, whatever it is that you desire, that you want, you can have and that you will, right? But the first screenshot says, pace yourself, don't race yourself, right? I have that in there because I want you to understand, like, whatever it is that you're working towards, right? With your actions, your efforts, and you doing everything that you can, right? Things most of the times won't happen still overnight, right? Like, I even said it in my spiel at one point where it's like you're planting your seeds, right? Your seeds, aka your actions, your efforts. Like, obviously when you're planting or when you're growing a plant, when you're growing a tree, flowers, whatever it is that you're trying to grow, right? You plant it and then you water it daily, right? So whatever it is that you want, right? It won't happen overnight again, especially if it's something that you really want, that's like worth having, So it's like, basically what I'm just trying to say is, like, you water it, you work towards it on a daily basis until it actually grows and manifests into whatever it is that you want, until it happens. That's how you let it come to you. But I just want you to understand, like, for one, things won't just happen out of the blue. You actually have to work towards it. And like I said already, no pain, no gain. So you actually have to go for it. You actually have to put your best foot forward. You can't just do the bare minimum. Like the other day I said, if you do the bare minimum, you might as well not do anything, because the results will be bare minimum too, right? So, for it to come to you, for you to let it come to you, right? Just do everything on your end, like play your part, play your role, and work towards it. But focus on what you can control, right? The second screenshot, I have that there because I really want you to understand, like, even if you aren't able to perform at your highest level, or even if you don't have all the resources, even if you don't have everything at this given moment, you might not have all the answers. Start with what you have, and you have yourself, and that's a lot. That's going to create a lot of momentum just even to continue on. But to see progress, right? Take the first step, put your best foot forward, and just use your actions, your efforts, do everything to the best of your ability. Do your part. That's how you let it come to you. You don't just sit there fixate on what you can't control, fixate on not having it right now. Like, no, focus your attention, like use the time that you have right now to work towards whatever it is that you want, so it does come to you. That's how you let it come to you. All right, don't just sit there and just be in your thoughts all day, or just don't sit there and just ponder about, you know, the things that you don't have. Like, no, focus on how you can get those things. You have it in you, bruh. And that's pretty much what I'm just trying to remind you all for this week's message of the week. All right, so again, for something that you want to appear to happen, all right, you can't just sit there and just wish for it to happen. No, you actually have to do something. But as long as you do your part, that's how you let it come to you. You know, that's how it will happen. It might not happen overnight. It might not happen like in the next few days, next few weeks, next few months, right? But it's just like growing a tree, right? For something to grow, you have to water it daily, right? You have to put in your actions, your efforts on a daily basis, and you just let it grow. That's how you water it. That's how you allow it to grow. And then eventually, well, then whatever it is that you want, right? Say if you want a car, you want money, you want a job, you want some type of success, right? You working towards it on a daily basis. Eventually, what you work for is what you get, right? But what you work for is what you get. Can do the best that you can, because obviously what you work for is what you get. Like I said earlier too, if you do the bare minimum, you're gonna get the bare minimum in return. But if you do everything that you can, well, you're gonna get everything that you can. Straight up. Shout out to my phone for cutting out. I was literally about to end my video right there anyways, and it just decides to cut out. Anyways, that being said, that's pretty much it that I felt like sharing with y'all. All right, you are your only limit. You know, focus on what you can do. Fixate on what's possible and do everything that you can to make whatever it is that you want possible. You know, like if not you, then if not you will. Right. With that being said, it's your boy CEO Habshin. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace.